congratulations on Jack and Joe Don't Wanna Die. It's a thinking man's sci-fi about loneliness and isolation, and it even made me a bit wispy.
Oh, that makes me so, it doesn't make me happy that you got wispy, but it makes me happy that it touched you.
Oh, it did touch me, especially the end, without revealing anything. But let's start with the basics. What got you interested in writing and directing Jack and Joe?
Absolutely. So Jack and Joe Don't Want to Die was an idea that came from the concept of what if you could put pain on pause, right? Would you not? And what would be the benefits? So based off of that concept, I sort of created this world in which you could put your pain on pause, but when should you, right? So for example, in Olivia Edwards' character, Joe, it makes sense and it's good that she could put her life on pause because it meant that she could have a chance into a larger life. For Jack's character, played by the amazing Justin Kirk, his putting his pain on pause feels more like running away from life. And I wanted these two philosophies, the philosophy that wants to just hide and the philosophy that wants to live against anything. I wanted those philosophies to talk to each other and see how those affected each other.
You know what, it is timely, yet it has some sort of magical realism to it with a socio-political twist. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, now I was pleasantly surprised you mentioned Justin Kirk, and he's fantastic as the man suffering from a broken heart, Mr. Jack.
He is wonderful in that role, and I think I actually wrote the film with him in mind, and I was so happy that he was interested in working with me. I have known Justin over the years, so I shared the script with him in the hopes that he would like it and want to be in it. And yeah, it was written for him just because I love the nuance that he has. He's able to play very sad and still characters that have a rich emotional life while still finding certain moments of light and humor. And that was very important for me because I feel like no one is always just down, right? We try to find little bits of humor here and there, and I love that. And it also makes his comedy so much more grounded when he does it, because it's always grounded in a very, very real human emotion, right? And I think that's really rare to find in an actor.
Well, you're absolutely correct, but the film would not work if he doesn't have any great chemistry with Olivia Edwards, who's perfect for Joe. She's Joe, so ironically full of life, right?
I know, she's amazing. Joe, we did a casting and we saw many amazing people, but Olivia Edward is just, she is amazing. I mean, I was so lucky that I got to work with her. She is such a lovely person to begin with, and then amazing work discipline, and yeah, just really truly impressed me what she brought to the character of Joe, because I wanted Joe as well to have this mix of breakability, but yet always going up against it, always being like, I know that I probably can't do this, right? But I'm gonna give it my 200% and make sure that I prove everyone wrong that is telling me I can't do that.
Wow, man! And you've worked with creating political ads before. How has that shaped your vision as a filmmaker?
Well, the creating political ads is also, again, I'm so lucky to get to work with this company called One Vote at a Time, and we create, we donate campaign ads for Democrats all over the country that are pro-gun safety legislation, and in states that are flippable, right? So One Vote at a Time is doing really good work in that way of making an impact. The way it's the political world and how politics affect us has always been a big part of my life, because I grew up in Peru, and my mother is a photojournalist, and she photographed the 20 years of terrorism and violence in Peru. And that really, One Vote at a Time has shown me the richness of what the United States is sort of trying to do in terms of trying to make a positive change within these times. But I would say that my big background is growing up in Peru and seeing that a democracy can definitely fail, and that you have to, that you have to always, the good people can't stop working.
Yeah, we all need a bunch of Joes to bring up our inner happiness, right? Now, who or what have been your inspirations, or your inspirations, maybe specifically for the film itself?
For the film itself, so my favorite film is Michel Gondry's and Charlie Kaufman's Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. So that was I liked the world of this sort of DIY futurism that is sort of, well, I guess not DIY, but lo-fi sci-fi, where things feel, what I wanted to accomplish with Jack and Joe was, yes, it's the future, but it sort of sucks.
Grounded,
and
yeah.
all of the, like, it still sucks. We all think like, oh, when we have flying cars, it's all gonna be fine. And it's like, no, we'll still have like the same terrible problems. And I wanted everything to feel like you can touch it. I wanted things to feel like you haven't seen that, but you recognize certain pieces of it so that you could connect to it emotionally. And my other inspiration was Punch Drunk Love, because I really love that film so much, and I love the sadness of that character. So I think I definitely was very inspired. Also by how they frame a lot of things in that film. He's always alone. He's always like in really big wides. He's almost disappearing in each frame. And yeah, I would say those are two films that have really inspired me. And I would say that Charlie Kaufman's writing and directing has always been something that I really look up to.
That's right. He has that magic realism in him.
Mm-hmm.
What does being at the Heartland Filmfest Indy Shorts mean to you?
Oh, it's such an honor. I am so excited to get to be part of the Heartland Indy Shorts Film Festival, and specifically part of the finalists. It's when they called me to tell me, I was just over the moon. Over the years, as a filmmaker, I always follow who's making what and where is it going and who's putting out the best things out there. And Heartland is always, at the upfront of that. And also, funnily, or just like what a fun fact is that also our DP, Sam Davis, who created the beautiful imagery in Jack and Joe Don't Want to Die, he made another film that also went to Heartland called Period End of Sentence, that won the Oscar.
Yeah.
2 years,
a couple of years ago. Yeah.
I don't know. Time's no longer a thing.
Yeah.
It
Right.
could, last year could be 3 years ago. I could not tell you. Yeah, so that was something that I got really excited about. I'm a little sad that I don't get to be there because such a big part of making a film is getting to share it. But I'm excited to be talking to you. I'm excited that people will see it, and I hope that it says something to them, or that they maybe find something out about themselves that they hope they could see before.
Yeah. Well, Ms. Kantu, I'm a Heartland, I'm an Indiana boy at heart, but currently I'm at Palm Springs. So have you been to our film fest? Have you been to the desert?
Absolutely. I love the Palm Springs Film Festival. I love Palm. Even now, I was like, man, this is the time to just be in Palm Springs. Yeah, I've been to the festival actually a couple of times. I've been to Palm Springs several times. And yeah, I can't wait to go back once everything is lifted.
Right. And you can't come back right now. It's too hot.
It's too hot. But there's so many pools out there.
Right. Exactly. It's a necessity.
Cool.
So what's your end game with Jack and Joe Don't Want to Die, Ms. Kantu? What do you want to achieve with the film?
Absolutely. Well, I'm hoping for it to have a great round of festivals. Hopefully, maybe towards the end, there'll be some in-person things that I get to be at with. We haven't actually, Justin Kirk actually hasn't seen the film. We're waiting to see if we could see it maybe on a big screen in some way. Right now it's not a possibility, but yeah, we're trying to see if we could have a screening. And but otherwise, the goal of the short is, well, I hope it has a great festival life. Then it'll be put up by Refinery 29 and Vice on their channels. And then what I'm doing is I have the feature film of it, which is being produced by as well Level Forward, who produced the short, as well as Refinery 29 in conjunction with Vice now.
Wow, good luck on all of that, Miss Kantu. And based on what I've seen with Jack and Joe so far, you have fun. You have a great road ahead of you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching it.
Oh, you're welcome. Good luck on everything. And now at least you have a virtual audience, right? It's bigger.
Oh, this is great. And I can't believe you made a roller coaster behind you. It's the best thing.
Yes, I love roller coasters.
There was I don't know, I made a little video that is probably the thing that is the most success I've ever had. It went viral, in which I had my boyfriend break up with me on a roller coaster. And it's been shared. It's called Roller Coaster Breakup. Look it up. It has been shared so many. I don't think any of my work will ever be watched that many times because people thought it was real.
Well, break it up is the highs and lows, and so apropos to set it in a roller coaster.
Well, yeah, it's just it came up because I was watching this video of this guy who was going up in the roller coaster, and he kept saying, "I don't want to do this. I don't want." He was like just having a panic attack, and I was like, "Oh, it'd be funny if someone is like having a panic attack." It wouldn't be funny if someone's having a panic attack, but it'd be funny in this situation. If someone's having a panic attack, is going up, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, and as it drops, they decide they don't want to do this. And then as it falls, right, it's a literal, I like visual metaphors a lot.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much again.
Thank you so much.
Good luck on everything and stay safe.
You too, Manny, and thank you so much for your time.